Okay, so today, hi folks, we are going to do balancing of accounts. So on your screen, you will see two accounts and a space between the accounts. So we're going to start. Now each type of account, you'll see that there are different ways that an account will have a different kind of balance. So I will go through all three with you guys. Okay, so the first one we have the account for T-Worrell. And T-Worrell has transactions on the debit side and on the credit side. So the first stage in balancing accounts would be to calculate what are the total monetary values of each side. So let us do that. So on the debit side, you'll find the debit side will give you $900. And then when you calculate for the credit side, you'll get $900. So what we have here is an instance where the account has both debit and credit side equal to each other. So what we normally do is just simply put the same value in the totals box on each side. So we will write in $900 and we will write in $900. And normally when you finish balance account, you'll get a double line, right? And that will signify that the account is balanced and there's nothing owing and nothing owed. So what happened here is that this person owed us $900 and they paid us $900. Or I should say we owed $900 to T-Worrell and now we paid off $860 but returned $40. So there's no more debt that we are owing to T-Worrell. So you get the debit side equal to the credit side. So let's go and do the next account, K Young. Right? Now I have to do some pulling up now. So we'll get some space to do our calculations in between here. So we have this account and it's K Young. And we're going to do the first thing again. First stage, calculate the values on the debit side and calculate the values on the credit side. So let's go ahead and do that. So for K Young, the debit side is equal to $250. And on the credit side, you will get the values equal to $250 plus $190, $440. Right? So we establish from that the credit side is the larger side and the debit side is the smaller side. So we're going to create, just skip a line and it's going to be a double line here in the same line, the same, what do you call this, the same column. You're going to take the larger value here, $440, and put it in the totals box on both the credit side and the debit side. So you see the 440, right, coming in there on both the debit side. Now if you look at the debit side, you'll realize that if you add 80 and 170, it gives you 250 and not 440. But yet still you have a total of $440. So what are you going to do here? You are going to subtract the smaller value from the larger value, right? And that's supposed to give you how much? $190. That's the balance. All right, that's the balance that you need on the debit side to give you a total of $440. So we're going to take the difference of $190 and put it on the debit side underneath the other values to give you that total value of $440. That $190, we will call that at the end of the month, we do the balancing, right? So that 190, May 31st, 30 days of September, April, June, and November. And we call it balance carried down. And the first of the next month, we are going to see on the very next line, April the 1st, so April, May, June. It will be June the 1st. The same 190 on the opposite side, we will bring down the balance. So the balance brought down $190. Okay, so there we have balanced an account with a balance. So the previous account, the balance was both equal on the debit and the credit side. But in this instance, we have a situation where you have the credit side being more than the debit side. If you look at the transactions on the credit side, you'll see that you made a purchase of $440 for the month, and you made a payment of $170. So if you credit purchases of $440 and you only made a payment of $170 and you return some stock for $80, then it means to say that you are owing $190 at the end of the month. Therefore, a balance brought down on the credit side simply means that you are owing that supplier. You purchase items on credit, you only paid off a part, and at the end of the month when you balance the account, you will be owing him that amount. So in this account, you will be still owing him at the end of May, the beginning of June, a balance of $190 for the purchases that you made previously in May. So we are moving down to the next account, and we have an account for Timor. And we're going to do the same thing. First stage, calculate, right? Calculate how much money are on the two sides. So on the debit side, you realize you only have $590, and on the credit side, you realize that you have $440. So we're gonna do the same thing. Which side is the larger side? The larger side is the debit side. Okay, so you're gonna take the balance, skip a line, right? Make sure you have a space, a line underneath the double line in case you have any balances brought down, right? This line here, right? Make sure you skip that line and skip a line here, but it has to be in line with each other on the row for both debit and the totals box here. I call these little boxes here totals box. So you're bringing down you're gonna put the larger amount in both sides like that, and then you're going to look at which side is the smaller side. It's the credit side, right? The debit side is the larger side. So the difference between $590 and $440 is $150. Cool. So now you're going to take this $150 because that is the difference, and you're going to put it on the smaller side, which is the credit side. So $150 would give you, and when you take 150 and you add it to 300 plus 150, that will give you the $590. So at the end of the month, May the 31st, you will call this 150 balance, carry down, I don't have much space there, and then on June the 1st, you're going to bring down the balance. Balance on the debit side brought down 150. So we have balanced this account. It has a different balance brought down than the account we did before. So this account, the balance brought down is on the debit side, and the balance carried down is on the credit side, because the larger side was obviously the debit side. So it would be the opposite. If you look at this account now, look at the transactions that took place, you will see that you sold goods to Timor. You sold him goods for the value of $590, but he only paid you $300 and returned $140. So really and truly, you sold him goods on credit for $590, and he only paid you back, let's just say, $440. Well, theoretically, and therefore he will still be owing you $150. So based on the balance in this account, you can simply summarize by saying that a debit balance brought down represents an amount owing to you by a debtor. at the end of the month, right? Or at the beginning of the new month. And that's it. That's simple. That is the simple process of balancing account. So Marlene, when you try this with your SBA, just let me know. Give me some feedback as to if you understand it. Since this is a video, you can always go back, rewind, and check, pause, try it out, and try again. Okay? And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.